Hi there everybody, it's UK Stampin' Up independent demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with the Nothing's Better Than set. This was one of my favourite stamp sets from the old annual catalogue, and it's carried over onto the new one, and it's this one here. It's one of my favourite stamp sets because, believe it or not, I am actually quite a fan of cocktails, and I like this cocktail glass. It reminds me of holiday cocktails. I'm not a massive fan of coffee, but I just use the mug and pretend it's tea because I love tea. And then cookies and chocolate, well, who doesn't? So this is a bundle. You can also get the dies to go along with it. And they've got the chocolate, the cookies, the cocktails and the coffee. It's very hard to read these backwards, isn't it? And then you've got this one here that is Love You More Than as well. And then you've got the dies for the individual elements as well. I'm not using the die for the word today, even though it is cut out. I've actually cut this around the stamp, purely because if I grab the cocktails one, when I come to put it on there, it just was a bit too big. I felt it was overshadowing my card, and I wanted it to just be a little bit more subtler. And the stamped image is slightly smaller than the dies, so I just went with that and fussy cut around it. And then for the actual frame, I have used the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I've used this missing one here in the middle. I've already took it out ready to go, so it's the fourth one up, third one down. Okay, let's get started. So what you're going to need first of all is some basic white cardstock. And I've cut this so it's 8.5 centimetres, so it will fit in my mini Stampin' Emboss machine. So these plates are about 9 centimetres, so I know if I cut my paper down to 8.5 centimetres, they will just fit in and I can run them through whenever I want to. So I'm just double checking that will fit there, so I can do my stamping up that end. Brilliant. And then hopefully I can run it through in one go. So the first stamps you're going to need is you're going to need the bit that says cocktails, which is there, and you're going to need your cocktail stamp. You can tell this is a favourite. No matter how many times you clean it, the ink is edged on there because I've used it with every type of ink going. It's definitely a favourite. Definitely, definitely. So Memento ink pad. Actually, I'll do cocktails afterwards because, as I said, I don't have a die for that one. I was fussy cutting that. So let's just, that's going to go there. Let's put that there. I like to try and maximise my paper so I can get the most out of it, rather than throwing away great big gaps of bits. So with this one, I'm going to be colouring it in using Pool Party and So Saffron. So it's the dark So Saffron, and it's both the light and dark Pool Party. And I've got this really nice shade going across, so let me show you how to do that. You want to start off with the bullet tip of your dark. Go along the edge, like that. And I just use the bullet tip so that it gets close to the edge and I don't have to worry about the brush tip messing it up. So now I'm changing to the brush tip. And I'm just going along that. Slightly in, not much, but knowing that I'm not going to go over the line. I just use the bullet tip because I'm scared of going over the line. And you can see I've gone over that a couple of times, about 4 or 5. And just really, really built the colour up. And the light Pool Party, exactly the same over this side because I'm a chicken. So just around the edge to make sure that I've gone all the way to the edge. And then across in little stripes to there. And then finally little circles all the way down the dark. Keep spreading it out. You'll notice that it uses the dark then because they're both alcohol, and it will spread it. Once it's done that, finish up over that side and you'll have that sort of variated spread across the card. Okay, If it's too harsh for you, just keep going over until they're well and truly blended in. What I'll always say if you're using alcohol markers, before you decide you're happy, give it a couple of seconds to dry. It's not long, but it can dry in a slightly different shade, and you could thought, oh, I thought I'd done it darker than that, and now it's lighter. Just go over it again. So now just the bullet tip of the dark so saffron over my lemon and over my umbrella. Dead simples. Right. I want my cocktail die and my machine. I love this, by the way. Now, my old previous videos were full of me saying to you, oh, I'm just going to have to pop off and do this on the Big Shot because, you know, I couldn't fit the Big Shot on my desk underneath my recording, but I can with my new machine. So you put your base plate in first, your clear plate, then your paper. Okay, pop your one die on, pop your other one. Now I haven't got a magnetic platform for this. You will be able to get them, but they weren't available when I bought the machine, so I haven't actually got one, but I will be getting one because they make life so much easier. If you're unsure about balancing without one, use a post-it note and pop it over that just to hold it in place. But I do find it a little bit more easier on a smaller machine because you can actually hold your sandwich down until it goes under, whereas on the Big Shot you've got to like have your whole hand on it. Okay, hold it firmly, not like me on the side, and there we go, straight through. So there we are. Okay, so now I want my piece of paper wherever I just put it so that I can stamp the cocktails, and I'm going to fussy cut that out. Now, if you're not very good at fussy cutting, you can of course just die cut it out in the black paper, but as I said, I wanted it just slightly smaller than the die cut, so I've been fussy, but you don't have to be. Move those off the table, and those, so to start off with, while I'm just waiting for that to dry, it doesn't take long, but when you're fussy cutting, I hate to just put my finger straight on top of where I've stamped because I just feel like it will make a mess. It's not like stays on takes ages. Memento is pretty quick, but it's still better just to give it a go. So today's plan, consume, so I'm just going to stamp that in the middle there. That'll be okay now. So cocktails. It's not hard to fussy cut because it is just circular images, circular type font. So you just up and down, and it kind of works out right. Sorry, I go quiet when I fussy cut because I'm always just worried that I'm going to chat along, get distracted and end up like chopping off in a very important part of it or something. So, okay, I've got some scrap pool party here. Let's put the card back in so you can see where we're going. So I've got some scrap pool party here. So what I've done is I measured this and it was 5 centimetres by 8 centimetres. So I cut this at 9 centimetres by 6 centimetres, so it was 1 centimetre over. Let me just grab my my trimmer so I can do the same. So 6 centimetres by 9 centimetres. Bit of Tombow on the back of there. And stick it down. And just creates a nice little frame for it to sort of pop off. Okay, I'm just going to pop those to the side and show you how to do the base. So I have got a piece of basic white cardstock. This is 10.5 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres. So it's going to be the exact same size as my card. So you'll notice I haven't got a lip on this, it's just sat flush onto the card. But for ink blending, I find it a lot smoother to do it on the thin than I do on the thick. So that's what I've done. Okay, and I've got a piece of scrap paper. So this is just copy paper, so that I'm not getting my grid paper dirty, and I've got my blending brush and my pool party, and this is what's going to create this really awesome effect here. So with your blending brush, you want to just rub it into the pad lightly, don't have to go too heavy, and then start just off the page and on you go. Now you can be doing this for a bit because you want to try and get it up to the colour you want it. So the darker you go, the more you're obviously going to have to put on. If you're going really dark, you don't have to start off the paper, but I do because I just like to get it definitely smooth by the time it goes on. Okay, and just keep building it up. So I'll natter to you why I'm doing this, because I'm going to be back and forth for a bit because I did try and get this quite dark. So new annual catalogue is live over on my store, www.stampinup. No, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. You can shop on there. If you are looking at shopping over 109, no. Oh, shall we start all this again? Or shall I just not chatter? If when you're looking through my store you like more than £99 worth of goodies, there is a joining offer on at the moment, which means that you can get an awful lot more for your money. Ask me and I will tell you all about it, and I'll be very happy to welcome you to my team of Stamping Bells. We have a great time, lots of fun. We have craft challenges, party evenings, you name it, we have it. And it's quite nice just to craft along with people you know. What else is going on? New stuff. My In Colour Club has started. If you like the In Colours and want to get the discounts but don't want to spend for them all at the same time, give me a shout and I'll send you the details of my Colour Club, which gives you discounts and it sends you an instalment every month. Right, so the little star that's in this set, that's just there. I'm going to stamp that, but I'm only stamping it over the bits I've blended in with the ink. It's not going on the white card, it's just going on the bit that's Pool Party. And I'm doing it in Pool Party, same as I did the colour. No rhyme or reason, just random. One more there we go. Put my lid on because I put my my fingers in the inks too many times. Okay, the ribbon that I'm using is the Pool Party sheer ribbon. Love this, so glitzy, so glittery, so glamoury, but when you put it on the card it's only subtle, which is lovely. A lot better than having sort of a lot of the colour popping at you. So I'm just going to look where this finishes and put just a little bit of adhesive there so that the ribbon goes above the shade a bit, so you don't see any shading on the top of that ribbon. Just a snip. Now I've put glue in the middle, that's going to be where the panel goes, so it doesn't really matter about it being there or seeing through. Make sure if you're going to do that in the middle to keep its place, you actually have something that's going to cover it. Otherwise your card will end up tacky and you are able to see the adhesive through the ribbon. Okay, base cardstock. So I've just got a piece of thick basic white, cut in half, scored in half, and I'm just going to fold and burnish it. And I'm sticking this down flat, so I'm just going to pop on some seal. As I said, it's the exact same size of the card, so you want to make sure you're going all the way to the edge. And finally, to finish off, pop your card down, and you want to stick your cocktail on it. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue in this corner here, not much. Pop the cocktail onto that. A little bit of glue on the back of cocktails. Today's plan, consume cocktails. Very good idea. Although I am making this really early in the morning. So my new filming schedule is I try to do 1 or 2 videos before work some mornings. So it is about 6:45 in the morning here while I'm filming this. And I'm telling you that my plan for the day is cocktails. I'm not sure exactly what that tells me, but I do know it's concerning. So place that on the card, and then just to finish it off, I'm going to get some of our new Baker's Twine Essentials. So we have a light grey, a black, we have sort of a crumb cakey colour, and then we have the white. Just using the white, and I'm just going to pop a little bow. So excited about this pack of Baker's Twine. I love using Baker's Twine. But previously, like, we've just had the white for a bit and I've had to colour it. So now I've actually got some basic colours. I feel it's going to be on my card more than ribbons now. You can do such a lot with twine, can't you? It is hard though. If you've managed to get Tombow on your fingers, it's fun, as I have now. There we go. So now you want your glue dots. If you're using the twine and you're using glue dots, what I'd recommend to do, because the twine is quite thin, is just bend your glue dot over when you pick it up. So your glue dot is thinner than it would ordinarily be, and it's covered up then by the whole of the twine. Saves you having any tacky bits around the side. And just tidy that up when it goes on the card, and there we go. Today's plan, consume cocktails. You could put some rhinestones on it if you wanted to, or some more glitz, but I actually quite like it as it is. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for joining me. As I said, everything that I have used today is available from www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Got it right this time. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you are looking through my store and you've noticed that there is quite a bit you want to put in your basket, do message me and ask about joining. You'll save quite a bit of money. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.